What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ace back with some more Scarlet Nexus gameplay videos, man. So we're gonna go ahead and load up the file. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day out there. All right, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Smash that thumbs up button for your boy. Really does help me and the channel out a lot. Turn that bell on post notifications so you guys are aware of when I do upload gameplay videos. With that being said, let's go. Alright, guys, so in the last gameplay video of Scarlet Nexus, I'm pretty much in the standby phase 10 part of the game, and I've pretty much done all of the bond missions with the characters here. So we're gonna jump right back into the storyline. So this starts chapter 11, I believe.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, and we have to hurry back to the Kunad Gate.
We're going back there again? Do you know what we can do about it, Mother?
Yes. We must get rid of the entanglements in the Kunad Gate, or the world will eventually be destroyed.
Entanglements? What are they?
We should head to the Kunad Gate before I explain it further.
Okay. Then we'll go to the Kunad Highway. Everyone get ready. Mom, you can have a seat here.
Thank you. You got so big.
Huh? That was sudden.
You joined the OSF. How's Kaito? Are you getting along with your older brother?
He's good. We don't really get along anymore.
Oh. Can you tell me what's happening in your time, in the present?
Yeah, so Yuito's mom came from the past.
And that's basically it. The only other thing is the existence of the Kunad Gate.
Thank you. Along with Babe's data, I think I understand a lot now. Are we almost ready to leave?
Oh, yeah. We are. Mom?
You're just like your father.
Huh? No. Kaito is the one who looks like Dad. Actually, people tell me I'm not much like him.
I'm not talking about your face. It's how you act. Yuito, about your father... I'm sorry I didn't tell you what he was doing. He did awful things, but it was him that saved me from Togetsu. He was kind. Kaito said he would change this country too. He's wanted to be a politician ever since he was little. But I guess he could only take your father's path as well.
Kaito did, but
It's all right. You and Kaito are your father's and my children. I know you'll make up someday.
Right.
Alright, so Yuito's mom clearly doesn't know a lot. Yuito's dad was murdered in present time. She clearly is in the loss of things because she's from the past.
Things are moving fast, but I'm hoping you can tell us how to deal with the Kunad Gate. You said something about entanglements?
Ultimately, Yuito and Kasane have to enter the Kunad Gate and unravel the entanglements. What I'm telling you here is just a concept. The traces interfering with time should look like tangled red threads. According to Togetsu's theory, whenever you jump through time, a dimensional hole like the Kunad Gate is created, but it should then disappear. The reason this hasn't disappeared is because Yuito and Kasane's powers resonated. The Kunad Gate is different from the theorized gates in that it's persisting in a distorted state. Using a distorted gate for a time jump creates entanglements. If you can unravel those entanglements, you can close the Kunad Gate.
Okay, that's pretty helpful.
Distorted? I don't really get it yet. But when you say enter the Kunad Gate, do you mean go into that hole in the sky?
That strange space. Is it inside the Kunad Gate? You saw it too, when the gate first opened.
Oh, that place with all the weird images?
That's right. That strange space that Kasane mentioned exists inside the Kunad Gate. It is a concept of space that only exists for those with the red string's power. Togetsu called it the Chronos Terminal.
Perhaps it's a kind of station or junction point for traveling through time.
So only Yuito and Kasane can perceive it. I guess that explains why we didn't notice it when we jumped to the future.
When there is time contact between 2020, when the gate was made, and another time, entanglements are created.
Time contact? Is that any different from time travel?
It's a broader definition of time travel. Even if you don't arrive at that time, even if you just attempt. Basically, if someone with the red string's power even touches that time, there is a trace. That is time contact. The only way to actually see which times have entanglements is for the two of you to go and check for yourselves.
So I guess the only thing we can do is leave it to Yuito and Kasane.
Even if we find the entanglements, we won't know how to unravel them until we see them.
The Chronos Terminal is conceptualized by your powers, so you'll know how to unravel them. Not with reason, but with intuition. Also, I'm weak, but I can use the red strings, so I'll support you from here.
Okay, so we just need to use the red strings again and enter the Chronos Terminal.
I'm going with you this time.
You don't know what kind of dangers will be there. Make sure you're ready before you go.
If it gets dangerous, you both come right back.
Don't worry, we will. Just take care of my mother. Keep her safe.
It's all right. Don't worry. We will protect Wakana.
All right, we don't have much time. Let me know when you're ready.
Alright, so we're jumping right back into the Kunad Gate.
I saw you again after all these years, but we haven't really talked. I get that the situation won't allow it, but...
Alright, so let's go, guys. Yes, ma'am.
Good to go, Kasane?
I'm ready.
Focus your consciousness together. Picture the site of the Chronos Terminal.
To the Chronos Terminal.
We will unravel those entanglements.
Okay. What just happened?
It looks like we actually made it. Are each of those images connected to different times?
We can't just stand around. We have to search for the entanglements.
I guess it's nothing new when it's your third time. So, how do we find them? I don't feel anything yet.
This is... It must be Mother.
Is she guiding us? Let's go.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Others?
Oh, this place is filled with
How
others.
are they inside the Chronos Terminal?
Calm down. That place is built from your consciousness. It's an imaginary world. It is a very unstable place. Your fear and anxiety, all of your emotions affected. The memories of your past made others appear.
Ah, I see.
So basically, you're saying that these others were created by our mental immaturity.
That makes us sound pretty lame. But if we made them, we can take them down too.
That's
I
facts.
know the two of you can handle it, but be careful.
I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to have Mom in our corner. Alright, let's take care of these guys.
So if our consciousness has made it, is this other an illusion? It sure looks real.
As long as your brain thinks so, it's the same as if it was. We have to fight it.
Let me borrow this!
Light these boys up.
Oh, hey, use it.
I'm with you.
Alright, we messing these boys up, man. Let's go.
Hey, do you feel something?
Yeah, it's like my head is buzzing. It's weird.
Alright, so we gotta continue to head this way. Alright, so we got a pathway here with flowers that Mom on the outside is laying for us.
This is the old OSF hospital on that day in 2009. It's an entanglement.
Yeah. I don't understand it, but I can feel it. This is definitely it. If we want to successfully unravel this, then I'm betting that we have to use the red strings, our power.
Yes, I feel it too. We should be able to make this work.
Another one!
Let's hold it off while we unravel the entanglement.
Here we go!
All right. I know we can do it. Right, Yuito?
Yeah, right. Let's go.
Time to use this!
So it's been a while since I used Gemma's SAS. I used to have a hard time destroying that other right there, that chandelier other. It looks like my characters have grown so strong. I'm like taking them out easily now, which is good. Alright, what do I have to do? Take this down?
This should work.
Okay.
Unravel it.
So we're unraveling an entanglement right now.
This will make the Kunad Gate disappear.
Hey, Kasane. That day, I never got the chance to thank you properly. So, thank you for saving me.
What? That came out of nowhere.
You were the one that saved me 11 years ago at the hospital, right? I remember it perfectly now. I used to be a dud, and then all of a sudden I had powers. My power awakening? I think it was because you shared yours with me.
What?
That's pretty
Powers
interesting.
aren't something you can just share.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying sounds silly, but if it were possible, it was thanks to meeting you that day that I'm still alive, and have reached my goal of getting into the OSF. That's what I think, so... thanks for saving me.
You're welcome. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
She's making this so awkward right now.
Confused, but that's okay. I think it's unraveled now. Everyone is probably worried about us.
Mother's power. I can still feel it.
So, there's more than one entanglement?
If so, it's simple. We just have to unravel all of them.
Pretty much.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so Kasane and Yuito, they make a great team, man. And it also helps that both of their powers are the same. So they deal with psychokinesis once again. They can move objects with their minds.
So you feel it too. Something's bothering me.
Alright, so something's telling me, guys, that I might end up having to fight a boss battle in this place.
There's another one.
We'll find out, though.
Is that 50 years in the future? That should be gone. This is the other that attacked Yuito.
Thanks, Tsunabi.
Alright, let's go into some brain field. There's a lot of enemies, and whenever this happens, I go into brain field. Just to make it a lot more easier to defeat these guys.
There's nothing I can't do.
Alright, see how easy that was? And he's the biggest enemy.
Go, go, go! Take this guy out now!
Alright, we don't want to overdo it.
Easier to electrify now that it's wet.
Yep, water conducts electricity. So we poured water on that other, and then we just used our electricity SAS, you know, and then we took care of that. Alright, so let's continue taking on these entanglements.
I think that's all of them.
Have you ever thought of what you'd do if you could change history?
You mean by traveling to the past? That would just create new entanglements, though, wouldn't it?
I mean, after the Kunad Gate is gone. If you could use the red strings freely.
Well, yeah. I mean, sure, I've thought about it. If I had done this, or hadn't done that, something would have changed. All those regrets are still there. When Nagi asked, what should I have done differently, I just couldn't come up with an answer.
So, do you want to use the red strings to change the past?
No, I don't. Because even if you change the past, you won't know how it will affect the future. Nagi might not have gotten caught up in all of this if he wasn't my friend. If he hadn't joined the OSF, if he didn't admire them, if I mess with the past that much and just overwrite his life, is that really saving him? And it's not just Nagi. If you change the past, it would affect the lives of everyone in the world.
It's not something that one person can burden themselves with.
I don't think it's right to only care about what you wish. There's a lot that I still can't accept. But it's not something that I can just ignore as if it didn't happen.
I know it was a silly question. I'm actually surprised. Or maybe I'm just relieved. Because now I know I'm not the only one having these thoughts.
Oh.
Before, I would have answered differently. But now that I've met everyone, the way I see the world has changed.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's the same for me. You know, we actually have a lot in common.
I think it's a little early to say that.
All right, so mom is still
This
holding it
Mom's.
down.
There's still an entanglement?
But all the time periods we traveled to. No, now's not the time to think about it. Can you keep going?
I'll be okay. I'm probably just a little tired from using my brain too much.
We should hurry.
All right, so it looks like we got a lot of work to do in this
Traveled to
place.
those 2 times, right?
Yes, I think those are the only ones.
This place, if you guys played Final Fantasy X, this place reminds me at the end of the game, right before you fight Jecht. You go into this dimensional place that looks very similar to where I am right now. You collect a few items, and then you go and proceed to fight Jecht, who is Titus's father in the game. So if you guys are familiar with Final Fantasy X, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's these like ice sickle spikes that comes through the ground, and if it hits you, you end up fighting a couple of enemies every time the icicle comes up from the ground and it hits you. But this place reminds me of that. I just thought I'd mention it.
Isn't that...
The Sumeragi crest. That's it. This is the image I saw at the start.
right? Yakumo Sumeragi's crest. It seems like a time entanglement appeared then. What? How?
Former Major General Karin.
So they're going to keep coming.
We need to unravel the entanglement.
So it's been a minute since we've seen Karin. Last time we had to fight him, he definitely was kicking our ass.
That attack worked. That must be a weak spot.
At this rate, unravel it.
We can't give up.
Us together.
Oh man, he got me.
This should work.
Alright, so that's all we had to do to get rid of those guys?
Okay, that should...
Yuito? This is bad. I don't think I can take much more either.
So, did we do it? That should be all of them, right?
Probably, but something doesn't feel right. Karin and Yakumo Sumeragi. What happened to them?
Damn it. I'm blacking.
Yuito! Kasane!
Mom?
Mother.
Alright, what's happening here, guys? Alright, so it looks like they're being drawn out of this dimension. Yep.
Where am I?
Oh good, you're awake. It seems like we made it back.
What's going on? The Kunad Gate. Why hasn't it disappeared?
Well...
Good job, you two. It's all okay now.
What? But...
Mother, we unraveled the entanglements. So why?
Leave the rest to me.
Yeah, because she has to go back through.
What?
Thank you for growing up so strong. You've made a lot of wonderful friends. Those connections are much more valuable than any red string. Treasure them for the rest of your life.
Mother?
She has to go. She has to go back through the Kunad Gate.
Mom. You can't go back to the past.
She has to. That's where she's from, dude.
Toketsu will.
It has to be done. Forgive me. The longer I remain here, the more painful it will be.
No, hold on! There's still so much that I need to say!
Mother! Yuito. Kasane. Live on. Knowing you're happy is all that I could ask for. So today is the day.
Yeah, I think today's the day she died. So, let's see.
I may give you my brain, but you can't have my memories of the future. Kaito. Yuito. Kasane.
So she just willingly sat there and is about to have her brain taken? What the hell is going on? Okay, that's really, really sad. So these are the people from Togetsu.
The body has been confirmed as the target, Wakana. Current theory for cause of death is cerebral overload due to a malfunction in the personality rehabilitation device. We believe an irreversible memory wipe was conducted. There is significant damage to the memory regions in her brain. Following protocol and retrieving her brain.
Alright, so this is what happened all along. When she died in the past, she... Hold on, guys.
I see.
She basically went to the future in the past, and all of this took place. She then went back to her time, sacrificed herself, but kept what she saw in the future away from those Togetsu people. So they, like she just mentioned, the Togetsu woman basically went ahead and followed a protocol and retrieved Wakana's brain. But of course, there, like I said, she hid the future images that she had in her mind, so they're not gonna be able to actually see those images. So let's continue.
There was an entanglement from when Mom time traveled.
Mother. She explained it to us earlier when the two of you were gone. The Kunad Gate wouldn't disappear as long as she was still present in this time.
We have a message she left for the two of you. Let me send it to you now.
Alright, so here's the message. To Yuito and Kasane, I'm going back to my time now. No, I should say that I went back. There are 3 reasons. 1, to protect the history of Wakana Sumeragi dying in 2009. To protect the history of Wakana Sumeragi dying in 2009. 2, to ensure the history where I received the Red Strings data sent by Togetsu. What? Hold on. 3, to erase the entanglement I created. If someone with the Red Strings power who is from a different time than you two passes through the Kunai Gate, an entanglement is created. As long as I try to pass through the Chronos terminal, the entanglement can't be eliminated, but my death eliminates the power and cause, so the entanglement can be erased. That means that I have to carry out my life in my original time. I've had this plan ever since I received the Red Strings data. This will eliminate the Kunai Gate. What happens to the world after that is left up to you living in 2020. Please work with your friends to make a better future. P.S. I know I must have hurt you both, but I was happy that I was able to see my precious children grow up and strong. Thank you for being born and for living, for giving me happiness. I pray that you will see so much more happiness than what you gave me. Yuito Kasane, I will always love you. Wakana Sumeragi. So this is really, really sad, guys. Can you imagine, losing a parent at a very young age, then growing up only to hear stories about that parent, to then being able to go back in the past to meet the parent, and then having a parent go back in her own time to die pretty much again. So it's really sad, but I am happy that Yuito and Kasane, they were able to see Wakana one last time, and Wakana as well, to see how much Yuito and Kasane have grown. So that was her last message to Yuito. I don't know, maybe post game we'll see Wakana again, or maybe she's just dead, but we'll find out. So Kyoka messaged us here. Messaged you about smiling before, right? When you were a baby, your smile when you were with your mother was like a blooming flower, especially when she would tickle you. You looked like you were having so much fun. You would beg her to do it. It used to make me smile too. That's kind of embarrassing, but it reminded me that I was loved. Thanks, Kyoka. Hearing you say that makes me feel like I helped. Thanks to you too, Yuito. So yeah, man, in the last video, we found out Kyoka was a spy. And she used to spy on Yuito and Yuito's mom. So she basically had a front row seat of Yuito growing up from since he was a baby. So yeah, he forgave her for being a spy. And life moves on. So that's pretty much all the messages in the brain field. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so everyone is standing around here in a circle. Man, like, we really made a lot of friends since the beginning of the game. We really did. So let's see, who are we talking to here? Is it you, Luca?
Apparently, the entanglement will unravel when Wakana returns to the past and dies like she did in history.
All right, let's talk to everyone.
I know she would have wanted to talk to the both of you some more, but she thought spending more time with you would only make things more painful.
Hey, don't be so down. I'm not saying that because I'm worried about you. I said that because it affects platoon morale.
Oh man, she didn't. You really do care. He just pretends to act tough, but thank you, bud.
Wakana wasn't from this time period, so her situation was different than yours.
That's facts. She's from the past, so whenever something from the past comes to the future, it has to go back to the past, or else the future will be affected. So yeah, that makes sense.
The uneasy feeling I had when we unraveled the entanglements 11 years ago was because Mother's entanglement still remained.
Okay. Okay, Arashi had no words. Okay, she seems blown away by everything that just took place.
I'm sorry. I know this hits the two of you harder than anyone else, and I'm here crying.
You gotta love Hanabi, man. You gotta love her. She's so caring, and I honestly think low-key she's in love with Yuito. They make a cute couple, So yeah, love Hanabi. Love her. Such a wonderful soul.
She held back her feelings so she could part with you with no regrets. She's a great person.
Yeah, man, that's mom for you, man. Thank you, Kagero. Alright, let's see. Last but not least.
I knew from the start that she was causing an entanglement.
Yeah, so an entanglement, once again, guys, is when an event from the past mixes with the future, and thus a entanglement is formed. So Wakana had to go back to the past and live out the past the way that it happened the first time, so an entanglement could not be formed, which makes sense. All right, so that's everyone.
That's strange. Wakana has returned, so how come it didn't disappear? Have all the entanglements truly been unraveled?
All the entanglements we felt we unraveled. The ones 11 years ago, 50 years in the future. and the one during Yakumo Sumeragi's time period.
What? What does Yakumo Sumeragi's time period have to do with anything?
I think one formed when we witnessed Yakumo's assassination.
What are you talking about? Yakumo was severely injured in an accident, but he wasn't assassinated.
We don't really understand it either, but we saw Yakumo Sumeragi being killed by Karin.
What did you say?
We were busy dealing with the entanglement, but yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that that was former Major General Karin.
That definitely was him.
He copied Kasane's power. Yuito, if he also copied your power.
But he didn't copy my... He could have time traveled by resonating Kasane's power with mine.
So it hasn't disappeared because of the entanglement Karin created when he traveled back to Yakumo's time period?
But the two of you couldn't find an entanglement. How do you expect to unravel something you can't find? Karin can unravel his own entanglement. Yes, exactly. The only thing we can do is take Karin to the Chronos terminal and have him unravel the entanglement himself.
Wataru, can you check Karin's location?
I figured you'd ask, so I've been working on it. I've got nothing. I can't find him at all.
Hey, shout out to Wataru, man. He's taking the initiative to just help out without us even asking. He said he already started working on it. Yo, shout outs to the best IT man behind the computer screen in the chair dude ever to have graced a team, yo. Wataru, do your thing, bro. Do your thing, player.
Like he's disappeared.
Supposing that he's traveled to Yakumo's time period, that would mean he's in the past. That's where you're going to find him.
Are you too sure the people you saw were really Karin and Yakumo?
We're sure. We could see their faces clearly. Actually, we only saw Karin's face.
But that was Yakumo. I mean, he had the same mask on as all the depictions of him.
Ah, yes, that's it, the mask. That explains everything.
Kagero, explain.
Whoa, Sugumi, calm down. So, you know how Yakumo started wearing the mask because of the injuries he sustained? Rumor was, sometime after the accident, he suddenly stopped appearing in front of people and his whole personality just changed.
Whole personality changed? You're not suggesting... The real Yakumo was assassinated by Karin from the future, and Karin took his place by putting on the mask?
It doesn't matter. Either way, we still need to travel back to 2,000 years ago to check.
Actually, no. We might not have to travel at all. You all saw my brother's video, right? Don't you remember what he said?
What was that?
Yakumo Sumeragi is alive.
What are you...
Ah, yes.
He is asleep, deep beneath Suo. Even now, he is waiting for his revenge.
I remember him saying that.
Right. Cold sleep. Just like Kagero.
If Yakumo is in cold sleep under Suo, then we can find out the truth by meeting him directly. If former Major General Karin replaced him, then he'll be the one down there in cold sleep.
Ah.
I'm not entirely certain as to why he did what he did. But we can talk to him and have him help us unravel the entanglement.
Do we know where he's sleeping, though? I mean, Arahabaki is the only area I can think of that's under Suo.
I mean, Sumeragi Tomb is the first place I thought of where Yakumo would be. Do you think he would really be in such a heavily trafficked place, though?
How about it, Yuito? It's your family's tomb.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I've never even been inside the building before. The head of the family is responsible for watching over Sumeragi Tomb. I might be able to find something out if I talk to my brother.
The chief. Do you think he'll listen to us?
Actually, I've been trying to reach my brother's terminal, but I'm not getting through. There's a chance he might have blocked me. Wataru, can you ask Major General Fubuki to talk to my brother? I doubt he'd refuse a call from a Major General.
Okay, leave it to me. I just don't know how soon I'll get a response.
Wanna stop by our hideout then? I'm sure Yuito and Kasane could use the rest.
Good idea. It would be smart to rest while we can.
Thanks, Gemma. Alright, let's head back.
Alright, so we're finding out a lot of things right now, man. So back to the hideout.
Welcome back. I messaged Major General Fubuki. He said it might take some time to get in touch with the chief.
Thanks, Wataru.
I also asked about Major General Karen, but apparently Major General Fubuki doesn't know anything either.
I see. Then I guess he really is in the past.
We don't have any other leads at the moment, so let's hope he's in Sumeragi Tomb.
Alright, so this is Yuito's story, standby phase 11, guys.
I think I need to talk to Kyoka.
Alright, let's see this brain. Okay, I'm a proud mother. So Kasane says, hey Yuito, mother was herself to the very end, dignified and strong-willed. I'm proud of her. Yeah, I am too. I only remembered her from when I was little. She wasn't just kind, she was strong too. And she loved us with all her heart, both you and me. She did love us. It's strange, just knowing that makes me feel stronger. Yeah, but to tell you the truth, I wanted to talk with her more. If I told her that, she'd probably tell me to get my act together. I understand how you feel. There's so much I want to say to her too, but we have to move on. With mother's wish that we have a happy future etched into our hearts. So yeah, man, it's nice that seeing Wakana again is actually bringing Yuito and Kasane closer together, you know, as siblings. They may not be blood related, but they are definitely strong siblings under the, you know, under being raised by Wakana. So really nice to see these two getting along. All right, so we're back at the hideout, guys. I'm gonna leave the video here for today. You know, thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate all the love and support. So we found out a lot in today's gameplay video, man. We really, you know, found out how much Wakana loves Yuito and Kasane, especially Kaito. Well, not especially, but also Kaito and Joe, her husband. So, you know, we really found out a lot about Yuito's mom. I like her. She's definitely a positive person, and I can see where Yuito gets his kindness from. So definitely found out a lot. Now, as far as Karen goes, the vision that Kasane and Yuito saw inside the Kunad Gate, he seemed to have killed a member of the Sumeragi family, who is Yuito's bloodline. So he might have killed this person, okay? If you guys remember from the beginning of the game, this person had a mask over his face. He's supposedly the oldest member of the Sumeragi family. So Karen supposedly traveled back in time to kill this person and took over this person's identity. So beneath Suo is where this person, okay, who could possibly be Karen, is actually sleeping, and they've been sleeping for, obviously, from what the stories tell us, over 2,000 years. So it's either we go in the past and find out if Karen really did kill this person, or we could go beneath Suo and see if this person is really Karen, who took over the identity and body of this eldest member of the Sumeragi family. I know it's a lot, guys, to take in. I hope you guys are understanding, you know, currently where we are in the game. But I'm going to leave it here. Like I said, I cannot wait to play further into this storyline. It's so good, and it's definitely keeping my attention. But let's leave it here for today. Thank you, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Smash that thumbs up for your boy. That thumbs up button for your boy. Really do appreciate it. And turn that bell on for post notification if you guys are, you know, enjoying the content and would like to know when I upload other gameplay videos. With that being said, this is another episode in Scarlet Nexus. I will see you guys in the next upload. Have a blessed day, guys. Take care.